Hi everybody, tonight's video will be a little Santa stuffing socks. First we cast on the machine with waste yarn. We will need 5 rows of waste yarn. So you go in front and in a back for the first row and then you crank. Remove the waste yarn in the yarn feeder and then you crank. I missed a stitch but it's okay, will be okay. So I will crank 5 rows of white. 5 rows of white. Hold it. Do a double knot. Change to the red. Like this. And for the red, I will need 15 rows. 15 rows. So 5 waste yarn. 5 white, 15 red. Time to remove the project from the machine. So it's the cast off. Make sure you grab all the stitches. You don't want to lose any of them. And then you go like this. Crank to remove. Very important. So stretch, stretch, stretch. Put that aside and start again with waste yarn, one in the back, one in the front for 5 rows. First row you go with your hands and then you crank. There, put that in the middle, come back with the red, put it in front of the black needle, and then you crank. For 5 rows, you need 5 waste and 5 red for this part. Crank it to release it from the machine. All the stitch have to go in front of the yarn feeder to be released by the machine. So I go and remove everything with my wool needle. Crank to remove the rest of the stitches. Don't go too fast, you don't want to lose your work. There, put that aside. Time to close your tube. Pull on your yarn, close that hand like this, and another one. There. So now it's time to close flat that tube. To do that, I put the tail of yarn the opposite way that I will sew it together. I use a crochet or hook number 4. I grab 1 stitch on the side, 1 stitch on the other side. If you're not comfortable with that technique, I will put a link in the video description. It's 5 ways to close tube. So if you're not comfortable with the hook, you will find the option number 3 that you could do with a needle. A needle. So continue like that till you get to the other end. You understand that the waste yarn always have to be like a contrasting color, so that way it's easier to grab all the stitches like this. If you use the same kind of color, it won't work. It will, but it will be more trouble. Take more time if you're newbies. So, time to remove waste yarn. You have to remove the first row like this. It's always hard to remove the beginning of the tube. There. Stretch and do the same thing to the other tube. Close one side like this, and then you will go and put the tail on one side, put all the little tail inside of the tube, and then you go and do the same thing. You grab one side and the other side, all the white stitch. Be careful, if you take the yellow, it won't work. There. This is a cute little socks. You could put that in your Christmas tree, or also on your mirror in your car, or in your office. Could be a little decoration and not too expensive. And it could be a cute gift to give to kids in school. There. Remove the first row like we did earlier. First row, first row, and then you pull it on it. There. Remove it. There. Put your little piece aside. Oh, I lost one stitch over there. I will show you how I fix it. I use my hook and then I use a needle. Just go and do a double knot on it, and I will hide those tails in the toe of the stock on the socks. There. So cut that excess, and I will sewing that. It's a mattress stitch. So you grab one stitch on one side, one stitch on the other side, and you always stay on the same column. Like this. And the other side. You will do the same on the other piece. Put your finger in it and pull, 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 and secure the top of it. Make sure it stays together, and then you go and do the same thing in here. So you see I put the color change inside of the socks, so that way we don't see the little stain that the color change made sometime. So one side and the other side, just like I just did. So I put the toe on it, and I will continue. Shoot, there's some missing piece. I forgot to put the record. But you still have the recipe, so you will figure it out, I'm sure. Sorry for that. I made too many videos lately. Oh my god. So time to close it. So I already attached the toe on it, so you didn't see it. Sorry for that. But you still have the. I sew it the same way that I sewed the thumbs on my mitten not long ago. So if you need help to sew the toe of your socks, just go and check how I attach the thumbs on my mittens. I think the video was 1 month ago. It's yellow and pink, so it won't be hard to find. So time to hide the little tail of yarn, and voila, it's done. So see you next week for another video. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a great Christmas. Ho ho ho, it's done.